The most terrifying and mysterious place on Earth lies hidden in a corner of the Pacific Ocean, just east of the Philippines. People know it as the Mariana Trench, but in reality it is a bottomless, enigmatic abyss, where descending means disappearing into darkness. At nearly 11,000 meters deep, not a single ray of sunlight can reach. If you were to go down there, it would feel as if countless invisible giants are crushing your body from all sides. Very few nations have ever dared to enter this abyss, but recently one country has thrown caution aside and plunged into these depths: China. They are no longer just researching, they are sending robots deep into the ocean, planning permanent bases, and racing to claim valuable resources hidden beneath the seabed. Meanwhile, many Western countries, including the United States, seem to be losing interest in deep ocean exploration. So the question is, what lies in the depths of the Mariana Trench that makes China so determined? Why are they building robotic bases deep underwater? Let's explore. While the ocean surface shines brightly, everything changes as you descend. Up to about 200 meters, the water is full of light and life. But beyond that begins the realm of darkness. The deeper you go, the dimmer the light becomes, and the pressure increases dramatically, as if invisible hands are slowly squeezing you. At around 1 kilometer deep, sunlight completely disappears. From there begins a strange world where creatures generate their own light to hunt. Even deeper, bizarre life forms appear: long-armed squids, swollen fish surviving under extreme pressure and darkness. At around 4,000 meters lies the abyssal zone, where the ocean floor is covered in sediment, resembling a barren desert, yet beneath it lies millions of years of history. From above, dead plankton, fish, and dust slowly fall, forming layers known as marine snow. This carbon-rich layer has created a hidden reservoir beneath the sea, but due to lack of food, very few creatures survive here. Occasionally, a rare event occurs, like when a dead whale sinks to the ocean floor. Suddenly, an entire ecosystem forms around it, lasting for years. This is known as a whale fall. Below 6,000 meters begins the realm of trenches. Here, the pressure is over 600 times greater than at sea level. The deepest point, Challenger Deep, reaches nearly 11,000 meters. Strange giant single-celled organisms and ghostly white shrimp-like creatures have been discovered there. Remarkably, humans have only reached this depth a few times. In 1960, Jacques Piccard and Don Walsh made the first descent. In 2012, filmmaker James Cameron reached it again. Later, explorer Victor Vescovo also made multiple dives. In 2020, China sent 3 men to the bottom using a submersible called Finished, making history. But they didn't stop there. China has accelerated its deep-sea efforts aggressively, developing small submersibles and autonomous robots. In 2024, they even sent a robot the size of a shoebox, capable of scanning the ocean floor and returning safely. This proves that missions once requiring massive, expensive vessels can now be done by small, efficient robots. China is now building fleets of such robots, each designed for specific tasks, capable of silently exploring and mapping the ocean floor at low cost. But why this rush? Because hidden beneath the ocean lies immense wealth. Some areas function without sunlight, forming entirely unique ecosystems. Among the most fascinating discoveries is methane hydrate, also known as fire ice. It looks like ice, but it burns when ignited. Scientists believe it could be the fuel of the future. However, extracting it is extremely dangerous. Disturbing the seabed could trigger landslides or release massive amounts of methane gas, threatening both the ocean and the atmosphere. There are also polymetallic nodules, small rock-like formations rich in valuable metals used in batteries, electric vehicles, and advanced technology. In the future, demand for these resources will skyrocket. Countries that fall behind now may never catch up. This is why deep oceans are becoming a global battleground. China is moving fast, not just exploring, but establishing control through permanent installations and advanced technology. This is no longer just about access, it's about dominance. The country that masters deep-sea technology today may control the ocean's future tomorrow. At the same time, the modern world depends heavily on underwater infrastructure. Millions of kilometers of submarine cables lie across the ocean floor, carrying internet data, financial transactions, and even military communications. These cables are surprisingly fragile. A single anchor or fishing net can damage them, disrupting global systems. In 2025, China showcased a robot capable of locating and repairing these cables deep underwater, or potentially cutting them silently. While there is no confirmed misuse, the possibility alone has alarmed global powers. Because if someone gains control over these cables, global communication, business, and security could collapse. Deep oceans are no longer just a place of exploration. They have become a battlefield of global power, and the outcome of this race depends on the decisions being made today. The very depths humanity once feared may now hold the key to the future. But if one nation gains total control over the resources, data, and power hidden beneath the ocean floor, the cost won't be paid by one country alone. It will be paid by all of humanity.